Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Kelly Takoto, and this training is all about using Instagram to grow your circle, growing your customer base, partnering with influencers to help you do that, and using your Insta stories effectively. And this is not like brand new information that I created, it's just tips I've gathered from people who are the experts and that I've been putting into practice a bit and have seen some success with it. So let's get started. Now, this is for my Perfectly Posh team called Pink is the New Black. So I just wanted to remind everybody that Perfectly Posh exists to give people permission to love themselves and take care of themselves unapologetically, and the freedom to build a life that they love if they choose to join the business. So I just wanted to remind us all of that. And coming from a place of that, of helping people, of wanting people to just live their best lives and take care of themselves and being authentic in that is going to take you much further than just trying to sell them a face wash. So keep that in mind with everything that you do. So I recently was able to go to a training that Posh did, tired dogs, that Posh did for us. And they had Ashley Reeves of Ashley's Fresh Fix come speak to us. And she is a Instagram expert. She's a professional influencer on Instagram. Find her at Ashley's Fresh Fix if you don't follow her already, and you can see what I'm talking about. She makes a six-figure income from Instagram, from making connections with people, from sharing her own things, from partnering with brands and sharing things that she loves and doing it authentically. She has grown a following in a real way, not just bought a bunch of followers, but actually had people who were interested in what she had to say follow her and know her, like her, and trust her. And that's what we want to do as well. We want to build that trust with people. We want people to get to know us. We want to get to know them and have a relationship with those people so they like us and they trust us and they will listen when we have a product to share, and they'll want to buy it because they trust our opinion. So influencer marketing uses the trust of other people to sell your product. So there are people on Instagram that have huge followings and they've built them like Ashley has, in an organic way, and they have a huge following of people who tune into their channel to see what they're talking about because they like them and they trust them. So you find people who are already established, who are influencers, and we all have influence. Every single one of them, us and them, have influence. But if you find somebody who takes this seriously and does it as their job, whether it's a full-time gig or a side thing or just a fun hobby, you're going to reach their market. You're going to share our products with them. They're going to review them. They're going to love them. They're going to link to you, and you both get a benefit from sharing the product. So listen to find out how to do that. Finding them first, and then we'll talk about how you both benefit. Finding them is searching hashtags. Search the hashtags. Go to Instagram. Click on the magnifying glass. Let me just make sure I'm giving you my kids keep texting me. They're in my house and they keep texting me. Sorry, should shut this volume off. Yep, magnifying glass at the bottom of the screen. Hit the search box at the top and just type in what you're looking for. Something that relates to you, something that relates to our product. The hashtag beauty blogger, it's very popular. Just search around and see what you can find. And then find people that you connect with, that you vibe with, that you like their style, you like what they stand for, that have a decent following. Now, I suggest finding somebody who has less than 10,000 followers. they're considered a micro influencer, and they're more likely to be very excited and honored that you're asking them to partner with you, that you're going to send them 1 or 2 or 3 products for free so they can try them out and write reviews about them and share them on their Insta stories and write a post. They're going to be pumped to get free stuff. People who have over 10,000 followers, they are more established and they may ask for payment. Like, I will review your product if you give it to me for free and pay me $100 for my post. And none of us are in the position to do that. So you want to start smaller. Look for somebody who has a decent following, but 10,000 or less. You're going to get a better result with that. And figure out how to contact them. They might have right in their profile at the top of their page. This is my Instagram, but come on. Right here, it might say like DM me for collaboration, something like that, collabs. That means they're open to getting products and trying them. Even if they don't say that, if you want to contact them anyway. But somewhere in that profile at the top of their Instagram page, they should have a link, and it should be a link to some way to contact them. If they have an email set up, hello.
Hi.
I'm just talking to myself because I'm recording this.
It's fine. I have to leave in about 5 minutes to go get
Okay.
Clara.
You can just jump in.
So
I was talking about Instagram and collaborating with influencers. So once you find somebody you want to collaborate with, you just find out the way to talk to them. You can send them a message right on Instagram, but people who are very busy on Instagram, have tons of followers, they probably get a ton of messages. And when people are commenting on their stories, they get a lot of messages, and your message can just get lost in their feed. So if you really want to connect with somebody, try to find their email address. And that's where I'm saying go to their profile there and click on their link. They might have like a link tree situation or a Maven situation or something like that, where if you click their link, it'll bring you to like some other page that has many different things, like where to find their website and where to find them on YouTube and how to contact them, basically like their email address probably. Doing that is a good way to do that. And then when you send the email, here's what you say. You introduce yourself. You just let them know just a little. Don't make it too wordy. Just introduce yourself. Give them a compliment. Tell them you found their Instagram feed and you just love what they're doing. You love their style. You love their look. You love how real they are, whatever. You don't have to tell them all those things. Just give them a nice compliment. And then say, I'd love to work with you. And then when they get back to you, they'll, and if you're sending an email, include a link to your Instagram too, so they can see what you're all about, and they'll check you out and they'll get back to you. And then I feel like I'm missing something here in my notes. Oh, so they'll get back to you, and then you can talk about what products, like you want to give them something they're going to love. If they hate lemon, everything, don't send them the new lemon scrub, talk to them like you would any new customer. Do a pampered reading for them. Like, treat them like gold. Provide the best customer service you've ever provided to anyone, because you really want to impress this person. So not only do they fall in love with the product you're sending them, they fall in love with you, and they want to work with you, and they're comfortable promoting you as Posh, not just Posh itself, and this consultant's amazing and she's going to take really good care of you. So provide that level of customer service. Do a pampered reading. Find out if you can solve a problem for them, whether it be dry skin or eczema, or just like they love baths, so send them some bath stuff. Anything. Find out what makes them tick. You could probably gather from looking at their Instagram maybe what they're into based on other things that they have seen. And then just, you know, have a back and forth conversation with them. You might start by, thanks for popping in. You might start with, oh, I lost my train of thought. I totally forgot what I was just going to say. Our lovely Janessa just popped in to say hi. So I totally forgot where I was going with that, and I'll probably watch the replay and go, oh yeah. Well, anyway, so, start with email. And then, like, if it's easier to text back and forth, or they might like using Instagram Messenger, or they might prefer Facebook Messenger, like, so you can just have an easy back and forth. They might want to start texting with you, or just keep it in the email. Just find out the best way to communicate with that person. And then offer them the product for free. If you absolutely cannot do that, some samples might work. People with fewer followers, a nice sample pack could totally work. I've done that. I've done it. People who are a little more serious, they're kind of getting used to getting free stuff in the mail, so you don't want to be cheap about it. But I understand it's hard to send free products. But hey, Posh gives us free products, right? We love to get our PV, but we do get perks. We do earn free stuff every month when people shop in a party that we are the hostess of. Once you hit those levels, 250, 500, 1,000, you're getting actual free product. You're getting perks, you're getting half off codes. Just be smart for you. I personally don't buy products with PV and half off codes because I want the PV. That's just me. But I get stuff, even with buy 5, get 1 free. I get free stuff. If I have locals who just want 1 or 2 things, I just let them know, you want free shipping? Just tell me your order. I'll get it for you. I put in an order 2-3 times a month. I'll add it to my order. I'll deliver it to your house. Free shipping for you. That allows me to buy stuff on sale, get like special bundles, get any special sale that's going on, get the buy 5, get 1 free, earn all the perks on it, put it in my party, earn more perks for it. Totally worth it. So, yeah. Then when you've created a partnership, one more thing. I keep turning my page. So you can just give them the free products and they'll be totally happy with that. If they're expecting a little more, or you just want to sweeten the deal, tell them you'll give them a certain percentage of any sales that come in through them for a designated amount of time. That was a tip from Ashley, but Ashley Reeves, who I referenced earlier. Or with us specifically, set up a party link in their name for the month, or for a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Set up a link for them, and then they can have that in their profile. And then when they do their product review, when they make their post, when they put it on their Instastories, say, if you want to grab this, I have a special shopping link. Just go through here, and then you'll get that sale. They get the hostess rewards. You get paid. Some people, especially newer consultants, they're like, well, what's the benefit to me if somebody's buying something in somebody else's party? You get paid. You make the money on that sale, and you've got a new customer who's probably going to reorder, especially when you do all the things that you're supposed to do when you get a new customer, like follow up with them and ask them if there's anything else that you can help them with, and give them some samples. And you drink. Okay, so once you've got all that set up, ask them what day they're going to post. You need to know. Get your account looking good and professional before that. And that is in my other Instagram training. Have something in your Insta stories, which we're going to get to next. And just have your grid, those 9 squares they see when they go to your page, have it looking good. Because part of your agreement is that they're going to tag you in their post. If you want to get this, go see Posh with Kelly or whatever your Instagram name is. And then another tip All right. Well, there's just some other tips from Ashley, but that's all about partnering with influencers. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. And now we're going to move forward to something else. How long have I been talking? I don't know. I think we have time now. So let's see. Building your following, Insta stories. So Instagram, it's a picture sharing platform. This is your grid, your squares, 9, 10, 11, 12, however many. You want it looking good, nice, bright. You want your pictures looking really good. You want them like bright. You don't want them too dark. You don't want shadows on them. You want uncluttered backgrounds. You want things to look pretty because it's a visual platform and people are drawn to you or turned away based on what they're seeing in your grid. But Insta stories have become this whole new thing and they are becoming a lot more popular than just the posts themselves. I used to do an Instagram post almost every day. And now I only do 2 or 3 a week. If that, I should probably do a little more. But Insta stories, when you go to the main Instagram page, oh, hello, Rachel. Woo woo! My sexy friend Rachel. When you go to Instagram, when you go to your main feed, this is hilarious. She's with Posh. She is the home office photographer. It's funny, we're talking about Instagram and pretty pictures, and then Rachel pops up as my first picture. But when you open Instagram, there's all these bubbles at the top. It's people that you follow who have made an Insta story. Insta story, it's sort of like Snapchat, if you're familiar with that. If you don't know what an Insta story is, it's live videos, quick little pictures, little fun things just to click on and watch and go through. It's a combination of still photos, graphics, videos, short little videos, and I just like to click one and just let them run while I'm getting ready or just like hanging around, waiting in my car for a child, like standing in line at the grocery store, whatever. I'll catch up on my Insta stories because it just lets me into people's lives and I love it. There's certain people I just love to follow and see what they're up to, and that's what I do on mine. I just share my day-to-day life. To post an Insta story, you go right here to the top. Whoops, I clicked right there, and there's a little camera button. You click on that and it opens this. Oh, hello. And you can take a picture, you can take a zoom, there's like all sorts of things. Just scroll through the bottom. You can take a video, you can go here and just type something on a blank screen. And then there's also all sorts of once you've done a picture, there's all sorts of things at the top, and just play around with those. There's stickers you can put on there. Is he scratched? Oh, I thought he was scratching himself, but he's not. All sorts of stuff. That's a whole other training, like how to do this, and I think I mentioned it in my other Instagram training, but this is creating good Insta stories that people are going to want to watch and learn from and be entertained by. So write this down. Redic, R-E-D-I-C, Redic. That's your, what is that called? Oh my gosh, I'm having a mental block. Anagram? Oh my goodness. It's your mnemonic device for Insta stories. Redic, like Sully is Redic right now. And this is a tip I got from Chalene Johnson, who is a social media maven. And she just dabbles in so many different things, like products, fitness. She just shares her life. She's got a podcast with her son. I mean, she does it all. She's amazing. And she's just like, you just want to watch her and learn from her. So her Insta story, she follows the rule of REDIC. And that stands for, and I'll get into these, but REDIC stands for R, relate, E, educate, D, dialogue, I, interact, C, capture. So in any given Insta story, any given little one second thing you throw on your Insta story, you want to be one of those things, if not two combined into one, okay? So number one, you want to be relatable. So your feed, your your Instagram feed with the tiles, those are specially curated. They're beautiful pictures. You've put time into those. Maybe you've edited them a little bit. You've written a beautiful caption. All of the things, you've put time into that. You can be more real and messy and the good, the bad, the ugly in your Insta story. And that's where people get to know the real you. And remember I said earlier, we want people to know, like, and trust us. The Insta story is a way to get people to know, like, and trust you. Especially if you're talking, if you're doing videos. And if you're very uncomfortable with video, Insta story is a great way to get started with that, because it's really short. You can see it before it actually posts. So if you really hate it, you can delete it. It's not like Facebook Live and people jumping on, although there is Instagram Live. That's another thing. But you can review it before you post it and just get a little more comfortable with being uncomfortable. So be relatable. This has not, and you don't have to like post about Posh all the time. You shouldn't be posting about Posh all the time in your stories and in your feed with the pictures. My feed is a lot of Posh and a little bit personal. My Insta story is very much just my life in general and some Posh, because I want people to get to know me. And I want to get to know other people. I wouldn't watch somebody else's Insta story if they only talked about what they were selling all of the time. I like it more like to connect with people and get to know them. So be relatable. Just post your day-to-day life. Post a selfie with your dog, especially like the bad parts of life, because people are so hung up on sharing all the perfect moments of their life. When you show like the real deal, make fun of yourself a little bit, show something bad that happened, that people relate to that. They do, more than they relate to perfection. Okay, educate. I'm always saying this. You want to educate and entertain, right? You need to educate people. Make sure your content serves a purpose. Get on there and educate. Talk about the ingredients we use, why we use them, the ingredients we don't use, why we don't use those. Talk about the Shea Sisterhood, the You Deserve It Foundation, what's great for dry skin, what's great for oily skin. Just educate, provide value. You could also, in the education realm, you can motivate and inspire. That's all part of it. And people love, especially on Instagram, to be motivated and inspired. D is for dialogue, and you want to spark conversations. So ask people questions. Tell me, like, as you're talking to people, whether it's just a picture that you put words on top of, or if you are recording a video, ask questions and say, like, message me if you want to know more about this, or tell me your favorite blah, blah, blah. Put in my messages, because in your Insta story, there's a box at the bottom where people can type to you as they're watching it. It's very, very easy for them to just react. And when you get interactions in your direct messages, it's going to affect the algorithm. And Instagram's going to like that. And so you want people interacting with your stories, which brings us to I, interact. There's all this stuff. Remember I showed you the top of here? There is all these things when you click one of those buttons, and one of them is a question, and you can pop a question box in there. It says ask me a question. You can type on that and change the words, and then they can respond to it. I use that one a lot. You can post a poll So there's all these interactive things that are right there built into the Insta story, and you want to use those pretty often because when people are interacting with your post, it's going to boost your algorithm too. C is for capture. This one I struggle with, and I need to get better with it, to be honest. But capture is give your followers something for free in exchange for capturing their info. I need to get better at that one. But Chalene, who I got this from, she has an email, like a website. It leads to her website, an email list. Like people can click on it and sign up to get like a free PDF on like the top 10 ways to take care of yourself or whatever. And then all they got to do is like put in their email address, and then the PDF will get sent to their email. That's what she means by capture. You want to capture people's email so you can build your own email list, so you're not just having these followers that you can't really interact with, like over on Facebook, Instagram. If any of these platforms went away, you would not have your contacts anymore. That's one I don't do as much, but it's a good one. And when it comes to asking questions, back to the questions, make a post with that question box I showed you, and then you could go live and answer the questions. Or when they answer the question, it shows up in your messages. You can click on that and post it into your stories. So you can like give people that interact with you a little shout out. People love that. And you can say like, whatever. It doesn't have to be about Posh. You could say, I need a new Netflix show. What do you recommend? Any post like that, whether it be on Instagram or Facebook, people go nuts. You get a million comments. People love to share what they're watching on Netflix. So that's a good question for interaction, or make it more about Posh. Which of the brand new products are you interested in learning more about? Head over to my website, and come back and let me know. That's a lot of steps though. Or just show a picture of like 3 products and do the poll, or two. Well, the poll has 2 options. Show 2 products, post the poll. Which one do you want me to talk more about? And then they vote on that. By the way, your Insta stories are up for 24 hours. You're going to get the vote. You'll get the results of the vote when it's over. And then pick the one. Go to your newsroom, search that product in the search box. It will pull up the information sheet for the product. Print it off or just read about it and take some notes, whatever works for you. Go live and talk about the features of that product in more depth. Back to your posts. In questions, your regular Instagram posts outside of stories, when you write a caption for your pictures, you should end those in questions as well. Because it gives people a reason to respond. A lot of people just like to scroll Instagram and look at the pictures. They'll double tap if they like something to leave a little heart. But if you write a caption that grabs them and makes them want to read it, because they only see the first 2 lines, so you want to formulate it so it grabs their attention. And at the very bottom of your caption, end it with a question. Give somebody a reason to answer the question. And you might get 30 likes on the photo and no one's answered your question. You're going to feel dumb. Just keep doing it anyway. Eventually people will interact with your question. And because you want people commenting on your pictures, because that boosts the algorithm. And what I mean when I say boost the algorithm, that means the more people interact with your stuff, the more people are going to see your stuff. If nobody's interacting with your stuff, Instagram's going to think nobody wants to see it, and they won't show it to as many people. The more interactions you get, the more it's going to show up in people's feeds as they're scrolling. Okay? And it will show up in the popular section of those hashtags. So speaking of hashtags, you get 30 maximum. 10 does the job. Back to Ashley Reeves. She says too many looks too spammy. I like to put mine in a separate comment, or just put like a whole bunch of dots after my caption and then space them all at the bottom. You don't want to use them in your actual caption like as words, because it just breaks up the flow as somebody's reading when there's like a blue hashtag in the middle. It looks very spammy, so don't do that. And then as you're typing in the hashtags, it'll show you how many times it's been used. And if you use something that's been used 1 million, 2 million more times, it's you just don't bother. It's too many. It's going to just get totally lost in the feed, because the purpose of hashtags is for people to find you. They're searching those hashtags. So they're searching a certain hashtag. If everyone's using that same hashtag all day long, your post is going to be in that result for like a minute, and it's just going to get pushed down to the bottom. You want to stick around ones that have like 50,000 to 100,000, 200,000 in that space, because it'll just be there for people are searching for it. It's popular, but it's not totally common. And as you type those in, as you're making your post, it'll tell you how many people use that. Hold on, I don't have my chat box open. Catilia asked me, what about putting your web link in your caption? Good idea, bad idea? Links don't work in Instagram. So if you type out a link, people can't click on it to take them anywhere. So there's no point. But you can, links do work in the messenger part of Instagram, and people will refer to that on Instagram as my DMs, direct messages. So you can say, if you want more info about this, send me a DM and I'll send you a link. If you make a post about getting into your VIP group because you're doing a giveaway in there, because that's the only place you can do a giveaway if it's related to buying something. Say, if you want to get in my VIP group, send me a message and I'll send you the link. Okay? Instead of just posting the link. And in your profile, you can only have one link. That's the only place links work outside of the messenger part of Instagram. You can have one link that's clickable in your profile at the top of your page. And that can be your Posh website, or that's a whole other thing. And that's in my other training. You can have it linked to your Maven social shop. You can have it be a link tree, where it goes to your Linktree site, and then in Linktree you can post to your VIP group, your Facebook page, your YouTube page, your shopping website, your join link. Like, you can put all of those in Linktree, so they click the one link and then it opens up all of those. And then back to your posts, hashtags. My last little part is another way to gain more followers in your captions. Whatever your post is about, say, like, invite people to tag other people in the comments of your post. So if you make a post about, like Soul Sister, the foot scrub mask thing that we have, Soul Sister, and at the very end of your post, you could be like, tag a friend who loves pedicures as much as we do, or something like that. Just tag a friend, blah, 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 blah. Tag a friend, blah, blah, blah. And then maybe instead of people commenting, they'll tag friends. And then you can, then maybe that friend will check out your thing and follow you. And in any sort of commenting situation, anybody commenting on your post, you always want to comment back. You want to click the heart on their thing. You always want to reply 3 words or more, because your comments count as part of your algorithm. So always interact, plus you're just interacting with people and building that relationship. Okay, that is all of my training for this topic. If you have any questions at all, please, please, please ask. I would love that. I would just like hit the surface of it all. It's definitely something to learn, but it can be very fun and bring you lots of new customers. So I hope you found this valuable. Thanks for watching. My computer's going crazy. I'm trying to shut it off. It's over. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Bye. Got it.